I mentioned I was on with Carl and Vinny on the Creep Off the other day. Those boys do a tremendous job. By the way, they exposed something I had never seen. Have you seen these before? You might be more in touch with this side of things than me back in 2020. I don't know Theo Vaughn at all. I've only recently started checking out some of his stuff, and I actually think he's very funny. I resisted him for a while, but he's a pretty funny guy. In like 2019-ish, like before D'Elia got accused of all this stuff, Theo Vaughn was on multiple podcasts, and Chris D'Elia's name would get brought up, and like it would be like, "Oh, Chris D'Elia like gets all these women and everything," and Theo Vaughn's like, "Yeah, but they're all 17." And everyone's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, we'll move on." And he's like, I'm kidding." But Theo Vaughn was like this truth sayer before anyone else. I had never seen that before. It was pretty interesting.
I've seen the clips go like once in a while. You'll see like
I assumed they circulated, yeah, but I don't think I'd seen them before.
I think I might have saw him like a year ago, something like that.
But we talked about my boy Brendan Schaub on there as well, and something that came to my attention recently. I remember this getting thrown around at the time of the Bud Light controversy, and I didn't think there was any substance to it. It seems I have to step in yet again and defend my boy Brendan Schaub, who's an innovator. He starts trends constantly, and he had a Bud Light joke that went viral, and it was very original and not at all hack, and not something like a 9-year-old would say to his buddies in 4th grade. So can we hear this Bud Light joke that he had that was circulating on Reddit a few months ago?
About you're homeless. We're the American Idol for homeless. We have the best of the best. You're homeless and you know what your homeless is though? Your homeless is fucking aggressive. Your homeless super aggressive. Me and my brother were getting around town on scooters. We go by one homeless guy goes, "Nice jeans."
Whoa. Hey, hold on, pause. This was recorded in like March. It was a different time.
Yeah.
You could throw around F slurs back then. Remember, those were the good old days.
Definitely 97.
So I don't want anyone taking that out on Brendan. It was a different time.
I will say it's the only word not typed out on on this video.
Well, your mind can wander. Who knows what it was?
I was like, "Sir, you don't have shoes."
Got his ass.
To be fair, though, I was drinking a Bud Light.
That's what they do, right, Brendan?
The Bud Light to do it, man. It wasn't the jeans, it's the Bud Light. How about Bud Light? God, they messed up. Boy, they just didn't read the room, did they? They don't know their audience. They had a market that was like, "Yeah, we're just trying to get rid of that bro culture. It's not what we want to represent." Like, you do not know who drinks Bud Light. I don't see the problem with Bud Light, dude. I like Bud Light. Like, dude, people are so homophobic. Like, "Oh, you drink Bud Light, turn gay." Get it out of here.
Nice.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we all did. Yeah, I remember Carlin doing a similar bit in the 80s. It's very highbrow stuff. Now, unfortunately, Brendan started getting accusations of joke stealing. So people on TikTok and Reddit and all over the place were claiming that Brendan stole this joke. Now, I paid this no mind, but Brendan addressed it recently, so we have to acknowledge it. So this is someone on TikTok that made this joke and is claiming Brendan stole it.
So everybody been fucking saying, dude, that Bud Light sponsored a tranny or some shit, dude. And apparently it makes you gay. I'm like, the fuck, man? Been drinking Bud Light for fucking years, man. And I don't see how it makes you gay.
Now, I have to say, this is clearly parallel thinking. I mean, this is two high-minded cultured people that I think came to the same conclusion. There's no way that Brendan stole this joke. I think he got there on his own. Believe me, if there's any joke that Brendan has told that I think he got there on his own, it's probably this one. That I'll pass a lie detector test if you ask me that. I think Brendan was able to think of deep throating a Bud Light. In fact, I think it's probably a joke he makes every time he drinks any sort of bottlenecked beverage.
That is possible.
So therefore, that's why I think it's ridiculous that Brendan was forced to finally address it.
I don't enjoy the chat saying I look just like that guy.
It's probably you. That seems like, again, like your type of humor.
That's a me joke, right, guys?
Yeah. So that was, by the way, from the YouTube channel TFATK. I guess he's the representation of the subreddit on YouTube. And then another intrepid reporter, a man we know as Scion Z, who you may now know as Unique. He was doing some reporting of his own. So on a recent episode of The Golden Hour, Brendan addressed this controversy. And I think this holds a lot of water. I yet again support my boy.
Holds a lot of beer.
Well, it's even like I did this Bud Light thing when it was like first popping on, I did Bud Light. I mean, you guys are crazy, man. Bud Light doesn't make you gay. I deep throat on stage. So I was like, oh, this guy, he's like he's like an Instagram comic. Like, he did this first. I'm like, all right.
Like, you're sitting there watching
it's not
all this
that
shit.
good, dude. It's just fun.
Let him have it. Who gives a fuck?
I was like, it's a throwaway. Deep throating a Bud Light.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That is the correct argument, yes.
Tell him, Brendan. Go get him. Get these motherfuckers. You have hours of material, bro. You don't need that shit. Throw it away. Yeah, the amount of other gay jokes you have of that same level, it's endless, frankly. So I'm glad. I think Brendan is yet again maturing.
I think so.
So at the end of the month, we got Skankfest, baby. We're gonna find out how Brendan handles all this.
I think he's gonna do himself a lot of favors. I'm not saying it's gonna be funny, but
I hope so. I hope he does. But here's the thing: I don't need Brendan to be hilarious. What I need Brendan to be, and I was thinking about this recently, because I was thinking about this for Stuttering John also, because Stuttering John was a great character on the Howard Stern show because he has a guy like Howard kind of manipulating that. That's why so many people, myself included, are good on Kirk's show, because Kirk knows how to bring certain aspects of people's personality out. I think that's where Brendan would be great, if Brendan had someone like that was able to manipulate personalities. Like, I think, honestly, Brendan and Louis J. Gomez or Tim Dillon doing a show together could be masterful. And I know Louis would be willing to do it.
he definitely would.
So if Brendan could have someone like that could kind of orchestrate Brendan's hilarity, find the parts of Brendan's personality that are genuinely funny. It might not be the parts that Brendan thinks are funny, but if he could find someone like that, and I think Skankfest is going to be the avenue where he does this. Now, what I have to figure out, do I wear my Thick Boy merch to this? This is tough. No one will understand it.
They're gonna think you're like not one of them. You're an
right.
outsider.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to get beat up in the parking lot, you know?
But then again, you've been to enough of these that you assume that you'll be like, oh, familiar face.
Right. I could call for help.
Right.
Yeah. You know me. Remember?
Dang Lizard, €5, I think. Brendan also said Bud Light is like Blind Mike. It can't read a room.
Whoa. I should ask Carlos about that.
What about the repeated room reading jokes?
Yeah, Brendan's not that clever. I don't know if he would come up with something that deep.